All right, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to our very first, I guess you could say, stream, broadcast, podcast, mixture, hybrid, whatever you want to call it, of Eastern Exotics TV. I don't even know if you can hear me yet, so I'm still working out a couple kinks. Bear with me. All right, let's see. If I can hear myself, then I know you guys can hear me. Okay. So, I got a lot going on, and I'm one person at the moment. I don't have any mods in the room. The best place for you to follow this stream is going to be on Twitch. I know it's broadcast out to Facebook Live. I cannot see the questions that may pop up on the Facebook stream or the YouTube stream at the moment. If you can, go to twitch.tv/Eastern Exotics TV. Join the chat room there. If you want to give us a follow, give us a follow. But I'm going to explain to you what Eastern Exotics TV is and what we're going to be all about. I'll introduce you to Junior here. Some of you have already met Junior before. Some of you may have not. And then I'm going to explain to you what CHOP is. And we're going to go through a whole CHOP session. It may take us about 2 to 3 hours. If you can stay, you can stay. If not, that's okay. Other than that, we're just going to have a good time. We're going to have fun. And we're just going to wing it. Yeah, wing it. So, other than that, we're going to go ahead and start with that. I'm going to give me a couple seconds here to finish getting some other little things prepped, and then we'll be all good to go. First things first, I need to get the lovely Junior some water. Isn't that right? So the water that I am giving Miss Junior is actually, you see it coming from the tap, but we have a full filtration reverse osmosis system onto our entire house that provides very, very good water. Our water actually registers better than bottled water, and she likes it, and it helps with her feathers and stuff like that. So, yeah, I know you'll get some snacks. Trust me. She's looking here. She sees all these snacks and stuff going on, and she's just like, "Yo." All right. So, the reason for this CHOP session is recently we had an issue where we lost a couple birds over the week due to bad food. That was very tough and a very hard situation for us. So what we're doing now is we've just decided, we're going to make our own food for the birds. I've got everything that we're going to be using today. We have things from fresh produce such as carrots, broccoli, some lettuce, asparagus. I got some brown rice, some quinoa, black beans, raw almonds, raw cashews, mixed berries, squash, peppers, zucchini, some sweet potato. All this stuff, and some more stuff, and we're gonna prep it up, go through here, and at the same time, if there's any questions that come through the chat room, and like I said, I can only see the chat room from Twitch right now. So if you want to ask any questions, log into the twitch.tv/Eastern Exotics TV chat room. Post them in there. I'll look over at the screen from time to time. I'll get to them as quickly as I can, because one, I don't have a moderator, and this is a little bit of a funky setup. I have my cameras, my mic, all that stuff here, but my computer and keyboard and stuff is a good 15 feet away from me. So I can barely see what's going on way over there, so I have an external laptop running some stuff on the side. You see Monster in the background. You'll see probably some of the other animals come through and all that stuff. So that being said, first thing to do, I'm going to start boiling my water. We'll get this water done. I'll get some black beans going in there. And, you know, that's something that a lot of people don't realize is parrots, macaws, the bigger birds, even some smaller birds, they eat a lot of different stuff. There's a lot of variety. People always seem to think that it's just like the dreaded, oh, Polly want a cracker, or just your small things, just like nuts and just that's it. But you know, macaws, especially macaws. Yeah, you waving? Here, you want to say hi? Here, come here. No, okay, that's fine. Here, you want a strawberry? Treat. So, other than just those little things, they actually have a wide variety in their diet, and so that's going to be one of the big things here. So we're going to start prepping stuff and going through. I'll check on the chat channel here and there. I'll try to answer any questions somebody may have, and at the same time, I'll give you guys a little bit of a background on Eastern Exotics and what we're all about. So it's Eastern Exotics, wildlife, gemstones, and diving. There's three parts to this. There's the wildlife side, which deals with animals. We take in and we'll rescue everything except your domestic cats and dogs. No, we're not like Joe Exotic or anything like that, but we will handle everything out there. These are animals that come from very harsh conditions a lot of times. Sometimes they're just animals that need new homes because, you know, the owner can't take care of them anymore and they want to do something responsible about it. Or it's, you know, they just have no choice. They're deploying because of the military. Being a military vet, I understand how that can be. So, you know, we try to do what we can and give the best aspect for these animals that we're able to. What? You want some broccoli? Is that what you want? Okay. No? She's like, no, I don't want any greens. So, that being the case, we take in different animals, we provide them with care, new homes. If we can rehome something because it's socially accepted and it's able to get along with other animals, we will do that as well. If we can't, then we basically provide it a forever home. It's a task that just has to be done. It's kind of hard at times, but we make, bless you, yeah. We make the best do that we can with it. So that's the wildlife aspect of Eastern Exotics, wildlife, gemstones, and diving. Then there's the whole gemstone side. Now, anybody that's ever gone to an event that we've been at, and out in the public, has seen that we sit there. We have a wide variety of gemstones, natural rock stones, and stuff like that we actually put up for sale. We would sell these items to raise money to take care of the animals. We have expanded on that. Here very soon we're going to be doing online broadcasts, probably through Facebook Live, of gemstone sales, where you'll be able to see a lot of our inventory and you'll be able to purchase stuff. We'll ship, and we're working on finishing updating all the rest of the website in order to go ahead and, hey Hayden, and that's the little baby bloodhound, yeah. And so we're working on getting all that so that we can go ahead and have a means to provide all these rocks and gemstones that everybody asks us about to the public in an online fashion, and where we can ship them as well. So, you know, bear with us. You know, we're still at cake. Knock it off. We're still working on that, and we're getting it to that point. So, yeah, welcome to the zoo, everybody. This is literally how this goes. You will hear dogs barking. You'll hear our Junior here. She's waiting for me to get to the good foods. She doesn't like her greens, but oh well, she'll get over that. Hey, Hayden, leave Junior alone. You're not getting any. What'd I say? Don't interrupt. All right. All right. So, Haven. Haven's the newest one, the little bloodhound. She doesn't know what to make of the big birds yet. She's slowly getting acquired, I guess, acclimated to them. So from time to time, when I take her out, this is what happens. So this is Haven. I don't know if you guys can see in the camera. You may probably just see her little brown head. The big boy here, that's Cade 6. And then there's the Princess Shadow over there. Monster's hiding somewhere else. So there's 3 German Shepherds and a Bloodhound. They'll be here. They'll be begging for scraps and stuff. I haven't found anything that Haven doesn't eat or Cade doesn't eat. So we'll see how that goes. And then, but yeah, back to the gemstones. We'll have those online here very soon. Probably in the next couple of weeks, I'm hoping. And then we'll be able to start doing live broadcast sales. We have a wide variety. Later on in the week, I'll try to do a broadcast where I can go through and show you guys just a little bit of what we have and what we have ready out here. Then there's the diving side. So it's Eastern Exotics, wildlife, gemstones, and diving. This is something brand new that we decided to go ahead and run with again. Corey Holstein is our dive instructor. And that being the case, I got certified over the summer with Corey. We went down to the Devil's Den in Florida, did the rest of my stuff, and we're finishing up and working on one of our other partners, Spurrier, getting him certified. And we're going to be providing dive lessons. So everything from confined water to open water to rescue, just about every aspect that you can. And we're going to do it at an affordable price. And we're even working on a program for kids so that we can provide dive lessons for kids to be able to go diving. There's a lot of fun. We're very proactive when it comes to our waters and the oceans and keeping everything good to go. So we're going to be doing that as well. And we're going to so the breakdown of Eastern Exotics TV is like this. You're going to have every now and then, probably once a week, we're going to do a segment where we're going to have different animals with us. We're going to talk about the animals, wildlife, nature, stuff like that. We're going to do a segment once a week about the gemstones, rocks, and everything like that. Probably do sales, so we can educate people on that aspect of things. We'll do a once a week segment on diving and the ocean, whether it's ocean life or safeties of diving, and even lessons about diving that we can teach. And then we're going to throw in the gaming. Anybody that knows me knows my background of the Comic-Cons and the convention circuits, public speakings over at events and stuff like that on different subjects, whether it used to be monsters and the paranormal to lately animal rights and stuff like that. Well, we're going to take that aspect in and we're going to do a live game broadcast. We're going to also try to reach out to a lot of the people I've met over the years and have them come onto the show. And even some of the streamers out there. I've met so many great streamers in the last couple of, I guess you could say, 3-4 months of doing research on how to go about this. I've met some great streamers out there. Everybody from like Big and Tasty to Mrs. Dope Sauce. There's just so many. And they've given me great advice. And that being the case, I want to go back and I want to do segments where I get them on the stream as well and ask them, hey, what do you think about wildlife? What do you think about nature? And tie that all in. Because even though we all like to game and everything, a lot of people say, okay, gamers are disconnected from the world. But I don't believe that to be true. I think there's just a fine balance overall. So, that being the case, I've gone ahead and I've got my broccoli all prepared here. I know. Lots of stuff. Now, the concept behind chop is, okay, yeah, I take these pieces right here and I cut them up. Then we're going to put them in a food processor here with some other stuff. And it's basically you want a finely chopped up version of this. And that way it kind of introduces the new foods that they need to be eating into their diet, especially if they're used to stuff like what a lot of the industry calls junk food for birds. All right, let me check over here. Alrighty. So, let's start with some carrots now. You'll hear Taco in the background. He's like, Taco! Whoa! And he yells, and screams, and goes all to it and stuff, so. Alright. Taco! Alright. So, I like I said, if you have any questions, just remember yeah? What was that? Huh? I can't see any questions that get put into Facebook Live. So if you're in the Facebook Live and you're watching that, any comments you put there, I cannot see. The best thing to do is to head over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Eastern Exotics TV. Join that chat room over there. I can see anything that comes through, and then go with it from there. But for the most part, I kind of figured today I'll probably be talking to myself a lot, and that's fine. I got Junior here, right? You want a carrot? See if you want a carrot. Yeah? She doesn't approve of carrots right now either. That's all right. She will. But see, okay, so those of you who know me understand that Junior's the first bird we ever took in. Big bird. And so that being the case, she's pretty fickle about stuff. About what she eats and what she likes. Yeah. Yeah, you are. She's a diva. What? I know. Okay, look. Yeah, is this what you want? You want a walnut? You want some raw walnuts? Here. Tide you over. There you go. Watch, she'll sit here and eat those all day long because it's kind of like junk in a sense, but they're actually good for her. Here's the thing. You don't want a McCall's diet or any other big bird's diet to be mainly of nuts and stuff. You only want about 10 to 15% of their diet to actually be made of nuts. There's a fine balance overall in the end. You want a mixture of nuts, fruits, veggies, and then your beans and stuff like that for like a lot of proteins and stuff. And what? Why are you gonna be diva on TV? Huh? See, you're gonna get the dog, the puppy here, all worked up. There she goes. Now you got Haven going. Here, you want a carrot, Haven? You want a carrot? Is that what you want? You sit? You sit? You good girl? Sit. Good girl. Alrighty. Everybody else is coming in now because they think one of the dogs got something that they didn't. What they don't realize is it's a carrot. Yeah. And but in the end, you want a good variety of diets. Like I said, you want a mixture. You don't want to go heavy, especially on the peanuts and stuff like that. And I'll tell you right now, I don't use regular peanuts. I consider them too fatty for the birds. So we stick with a lot of the walnuts and the almonds, the raw almonds, and I'll throw a little bit of cashews in there. But I won't do regular actual peanuts. So when it comes down, when I start doing like the beans and stuff, I use a brown rice. I use quinoa. I'll add that in. I actually have the water boiling over there to add some black beans, and I'll cook those and let those done. And basically in the end, once everything's mixed, I'll mix it all up in really big batches, and then I will separate them. And once I separate them, I'll put them into smaller bags, and then those bags I'll turn around and put those in the freezer, and then take out the individual bags for each bird each day, and that way they have food. And then on those days I'll add my leafy greens like my romaine lettuce and any leeks or anything like that need to be added. But for the most part, you don't want to put, or like the spinach, you don't want to put your high water leafy greens in the freezer because they will come out soggy when they de-thaw, and that's never good. All right, so we're done with carrots. What do you want, Kate? Want a carrot? All right, ready? Good boy. Strangest dogs. I got a bloodhound and I got a German Shepherd, and they actually like vegetables. What is up with that? So, all right, what I got here is I got vitamin fuel, good old asparagus, 100% organic asparagus. Can't go wrong with that. And one of the biggest concepts here is I'm not gonna give the birds anything that we wouldn't eat ourselves. You know, that I think that's the problem with pet foods and stuff nowadays, is there's too much. What you want this now? You're not gonna eat it. You're gonna throw it out at me. Did you really just throw that? Huh? I'm not picking you up right. Girl. Is it good? Is Junior approved? Oh, you just don't want me to give it back, so you're breaking it up and throwing it in little pieces. You're such a diva. Yeah. Give me kisses. Good girl. All right. Get down off the counter. Oh my goodness, the circus in here. That's why I say in the beginning, welcome to the zoo. All right. So while I'm getting ready to prepare asparagus here and chop that up for our overall chop mix, I am going to measure out 2 cups. Now what this is just straight up black beans. I got about 10 cups of water. I'm going to do 2 cups of beans. I'm going to boil them for about 2 to 3 minutes, turn it down, let it simmer some, and then let them cool down over the course of about 40-45 minutes. Put them off to the side in a whole separate thing. They'll be one of those things that are added after I've done the chop, and they'll mix in that way. They're not getting all destroyed or anything. But a really good source of protein for the birds. All right. All right, so that's 1 cup. And there's 2 cups. All right. That. Set a timer here, and you know what? Let's give it 3 minutes. I'll put those off to the side. All right, 3 minutes, and while those are boiling up some, I will turn around and finish up this asparagus real quick. I like to just do a decent medium size. You use the shoots and everything. Just so you know, normally when I cook, like for myself, for consumption, I am not going to use the shoots. Let me see if I can get close. That's a shoot from asparagus. A lot of people don't like them. They're a little bit more tough in the end. There's that whiteness on them. But they're perfectly fine for macaws and other parrots and stuff. So I actually use those. Let's see what's going on here. She said yeet. Yeah. Yeah, she says a lot of stuff. Okay, that's a good thing. And welcome to the chat, Divine. So let me tell you something about Junior here. What? Okay. So a little bit about Junior's backstory. She's a great bird. She's very diva. She's very picky. Now that being said, she's I want to say she's 26 to 27 years old. She was born. They thought it was a he. She laid an egg around 10 or so, I believe, and then he became a she. Now, after that, her owner got married about 14, or at her 14-year age mark, and then turned around. Didn't really have a lot of time for her, so she went somewhere else. And then a couple years later, I came across a very dear friend, Renee, who had Junior, and she said, hey, you interested in blue and gold? We sat there, we talked, we did an introduction. Me and Junior hit it off great. But her previous owner was a truck driver, from what we were told. Now, Junior has an extensive vocabulary. I will put this out there for just a warning. She may say shut up. She may say shut the F up. She may say F off. She may say a lot of other stuff, but then she can be nice. She might say I love you. She may say come here. She may give me a cookie. She might give me kisses. No? No kisses? Okay. So she has a lot of stuff. I think we've got it around between 60 and 90 different things you've heard her say. That being the case, don't be surprised if she does say something. You can't control what they say. That's one of the things over at events when kids come out, and I'll tell them, I was like, hey, they'll be like, oh, can you make her talk? Can you make her talk? No, I can't make her talk. She is not a on-command bird. I don't know of really any on-command birds out there, but you dancing? What? Don't tell me shut up. Here, you want to come up? Okay. Yeah. All right. You want to go see the camera? Want to say hey? No, no, shut up. Okay. All right. Well, look, you got to get down now. Yeah, you got to get down because I got to go to the stove. You know what that means. So, but so don't be surprised if she says random stuff out of nowhere. It's just the way she is. Yeah, it is. No, don't you talk back. Uh-huh. All right. So now that those are boiled, I'll let them steam out some. So yeah, Junior will say just about anything here or there. So don't be surprised. She might catch us all off guard. Oh yeah, and sometimes she might get down up here on the counter and prance around or anything. Right now I have a lot of stuff right here, so she probably won't go that route yet. But so yeah, that's Junior for you. And you know, over the course of time, while we do these broadcasts, I'm going to bring other animals out. Like you'll get to be introduced to Sobek, our Morlet's crocodile. So we'll have a crocodile out here one day, and we'll have fun with this. Like I said, there's no overall game plan. Like today's session is basically to introduce ourselves and let you know what we're about. And like I said, it's going to be everything from wildlife and nature to our gemstones to our diving side of the organization to gaming. We're going to do it all. Eastern Exotics TV, it's not just a one thing. I'm Eric with Eastern Exotics TV, so when I'm broadcasting, it will literally just be Eastern Exotics TV. But you're going to have days where under here, Optic Nerve might come on, and it'll be Optic Nerve with Eastern Exotics TV doing some gaming. Or Microsoft Word might come on and do some gaming as well. I may even stream some gaming. I had a great time playing Amongst Us last night with Miss Dope Sauce and Big and Tasty. It was a really good time, really good community. You know, I've seen them play marbles out there. I've played in marbles. I don't know if I'll broadcast marbles, but you never know. So there's so much that we're going to try to do here, and I just want to keep it fun, lighthearted. And like I said, today's thing is me preparing the food. I needed to prepare the food anyways, and at the same time, let you guys know what we're about and what's coming out here. Let me check up in here. Thank you, Divine. Yeah, you know what? It's something that needs to be done. Is the fresh foods, because it's a lot, and we have a lot of birds. But I don't know how much you know of our past week, but we lost 3 birds this week to bad food that we bought from the store. Now, I'm not going to go into the name of the brand or anything that we purchased. The thing of it is we've used that brand for over 4 years, and for lack of better words, shit happens. And it sucks, and it was a tough lesson. We've spent over $6 grand and medical bills, and you know, Ava, thankfully she came home this past weekend, and that being the case, she's getting better. We gave her some medicine a little while ago, and we're keeping eyes on her. What? You want one? Okay, look there. All right. So these are snap peas. So, you know, everybody, you know, snap pea, you know, because they're crunchy, you snap them, you eat the pods out of the middle and stuff, and you know, they're good. They're really good. They actually are really good for birds as well. They're a little bit sweet, and that's probably why Junior likes it. So I'm gonna throw that in there. But like I said, I'm not gonna put anything out here in their food that I'm not willing to eat. And that's our big change. I did the math. It's actually cheaper in the long run for me to make my own foods for them, my own chop solution, and it lasts longer than what I've been spending on a bag of bird food. You know, when I'm spending $80 to $85 for one bag of bird food, and that bird food lasts 3 weeks, that puts it for a month. Approximately, I'm spending $120. Overall here, I probably have about $100 worth of produce, but once I'm done, I should be able to package this out and make enough food for about 2 months. So in the end, I'm halving my actual cost, and it's all fresh ingredients. And that's everything from even the sneaky snack food as I'm going to throw in there. You know, I have actually like dried mangoes that I'm going to throw in there, some blueberries, I have some cherries, other mixed berries, all types of other little things. In the end, this is a big process. So I have dried bananas, actually all the way over to some straight up Chiquita bananas that we'll actually add into their mix as well. And like I said, you know, raisins, they love these, and I know she keeps on eyeballing them, the bell peppers and stuff, which is, it's good, you know, and it's going to give them a variety. And that being the case, you know, we're slowly getting here. So I'm going to break out my other pan here to transfer these. Now with the snap peas, I'm not actually going to chop them up, because in the end, I'm going to put them in the food processors. I'm going to take scoops of stuff, pop them in the food processor here, and that will all get added. So I'm going to start working on some more of the fruits and stuff. Oh, actually, I have another bag of these sugar snap peas that I'll add in here. Like I said, I'm prepping right now for probably about a month and a half to 2 months of food. And I don't know if Lisa Oldham and EJ is out there watching it, but I went outside. They actually picked up for our birds when they were out while we were bringing Ava home. They picked up some of this aloe detox formula for me, and I'm very grateful for it. A lot of people don't realize aloe is a really good detox. When a bird is suspected of having maybe heavy metal poisonings or any type of toxicity in them, the aloe will help protect their vital organs such as their liver and their kidneys most particularly, and it's actually kind of good for them. So they picked that up and dropped it off for me while I was at the store. So I had picked up 100% aloe vera juice. You can find this at most of your grocery stores, but it's going to be in the medical section. That's why a lot of people have a hard time following it, because it's actually in the medical section. But the whole beginning of this rant was Lisa or EJ, I'm not sure who, but they picked me up this towel. It says kind of a big deal. And that being said, it's a funny towel, and it's not funny at the same time. I hate pickles. I love cucumbers, but I cannot stand pickles. They make the smell of pickle juice makes me gag. Don't know why. You know, everybody thought I was kind of overhyping that for a while, and that it was just kind of like all in my head. I was over in England back in 2011, sitting there, and Jess thought it'd be funny they had these rolled up chicken balls. One of them had onion in them, which isn't too bad. The other ones had diced pickles in them. And they came over and they're like, oh, you got to try this. It's so good. And it hit my mouth, and no sooner did I bite down, it was instant gag. And that being the case, I was just like, nope, no more. All right, give me 1 second, everybody. And while Junior's here dancing and stuff, what? You keep reaching for me. I don't have anything in my hand. I need to see if I can find my apple slicer. If not, I just have to cut it by hand. But 1 second. And I'll check the chat room at the same time. Oh, yep, Audrey's up in there. I'll cook you some dinner as well, Audrey. You know this. All right, this is probably one of the greatest inventions in the world. Your standard apple slicer. It's great, especially if you're gonna do like apples with caramel dip and stuff. And it's a nice way to get that core out, which is always good. You'd never want to give any animal, birds or anything else, the seeds. A lot of people. Yeah, I know. That's right. We don't give you the seeds. Yeah, you know why? Because the seeds actually contain arsenic. It's very small amounts, but you know, you never know. It could be enough that over time it could just really mess with a bird. So using that apple slicer like that. Okay, you want? Is this what you want? Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. You can give me. All right, fine. Appreciate it. She loves apples. So, and it cuts them up in slices. since it's a lot easier than cutting it by hand with a regular knife. You know, I'm using just 2 standard knife, one a little bit sharper, and then one rainbow because I like uniforms and stuff like that. So it's a sharp knife, but it's yeah, it just goes with that whole thing. So yeah, we'll cut it here. But yeah, apple seeds actually have a slight bit of toxicity in them, so you just don't, you know, just when you core something out, just don't give them the seeds. Just rather play it safe than sorry. So, you know, you want to save them and maybe do a tree like Johnny Appleseed or something like that, go for it. Other than that, you know, there's not too much you can do wrong with cutting the apples. You know, unless they're like bad and you have like that classic like worm sticking out of them or something like that. You know, always be safe. You know, even though it's a, you know, apple slicer and it's going one way and it's not like super crazy sharp, you can still cut yourself. And forewarning, I don't do blood. So if you ever, you guys ever see me on camera doing something like this, or even tonight, and I cut myself, if anybody knows me, knows my emergency contacts, to go ahead and contact them, because I'll probably fall down. I can do all types of other stuff with animals and people and all this stuff. You know, I'll jump out of an airplane. I can't do blood, and I can't do needles, and so I don't handle any of the medical stuff on the side for the animals or people wise. And but I'll cook. I'll cook a damn meal in a heartbeat. Just don't let me cut myself. But, all right, so I got a couple more apples here I'm gonna get cut through, and then we'll move on. I got those black beans are on the stove. They're sitting there right now, simmering up. I'll transfer them, and then I'll start on the quinoa, and I'll get that going. And then, like I said, I got so much more to go. It's literally a huge process when it comes down to the end. And by doing that, you know, I've got all these bowls over here. I got different size ones because I got to mix certain things. And then the fun part in the end for me will be packaging it all up. I sent Corey, our dive guy, a message, see if he might want to come over and make an appearance and talk some. But you never know. And that's the other thing about this stream. You never really know what's going to happen, who's going to show up, what we're going to be doing. It's and it's going to be fun that way. Let me just check up in the chat again, because like I said, I don't have the chat on the Facebook page. If you're watching on Facebook Live, you're going to have to go to twitch.tv/Eastern Exotics TV to use that chat room in order to communicate with me. Just until I can figure out other stuff. Once if I'm not doing a scene like this where I'm in the kitchen cooking, if I'm behind the keyboard streaming or gaming, different story. I'll be able to see all the chats and be able to interact with everybody. Doing it this way, you know, I have my camera set up, I got my mic and everything. I got Junior here, and my computer's over on the other side. So I don't have access to that chat room, but I have access over here to the Twitch through this other computer setup. So I'll be back and forth checking here. That's right. Yeah, good job. Yep. All right, and there's and Fable Rosewater. How do you store it all for the next go? Okay, so the way I'm going to do it is I've got different little Ziploc baggies. I'm going to take those. Once I take those, I'll pack everything up in there, seal them off, and then this big old stand-up freezer in the back, I am actually just literally going to pop them all up in there and freeze them right away. Because by freezing them right away like that, I don't need to vacuum seal them. If it was something where I was just going to put them directly into like the fridge or whatnot, but since this is only going to be about a month and a half supplies, going into like this freezer is already set at 0 degrees Celsius, and that way it's going to be 32 degrees Celsius, right? 0 Fahrenheit. It's at freezing, right at freezing. So literally popping it in there within the next 5-10 minutes. Once I pop them in there, it's going to be frozen. And then I'll just take out what I need for that day. And by taking it out, as it dethaws, it's usually, you can take it out and about 20-25 minutes later, you can go ahead and feed it to them, put them in their bowl. The key with this is whatever they don't eat within a 24 hours that you put in their bowl, make sure you throw out. So it's going to be more of a constant check, do this, take out food by the end of the day. So I suggest in the morning giving them fresh water, turning around, giving them their chopping food for the day. Do that, and then I'd say if they haven't eaten it by 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, take that bowl out, rinse that bowl out, throw whatever they didn't eat away, and things should be good. So Brantley Brittany, thank you for liking the stream. That's pretty cool. I just happened to look over across that way and saw something pop up on my screen. I don't have the sounds over here. So really cool stuff. All right, so let me finish up these apples. And like I said, if you guys have questions, by any means, ask away. And I'm going to try to catch them in the chat while chatting and preparing this stuff. I really need to work on getting like moderators. For when I do stuff like this, I can have my phone on me and somebody can just say, here's a send a text message and be like, hey, here's your question, or handling stuff like that. But you know, we're not there yet. We're starting off. We're getting this going. So yeah, and always stay hydrated. This is actually a pineapple orange drink. So yeah, no, you can't have it. No. And let me check over here on chat a little bit. Let's see, apples. Yep. Well, Jack ordered a pickle pizza the other night, and she just started laughing. No, yeah, not happening. Makes me gag just thinking about pickles. All right, so Divine, I'm actually, here's the cool thing. I'm actually streaming right now through Twitch, through Facebook Live, and it's sending it over to the YouTube channel all at the same time. I am actually, I'm trying to talk here, miss. Look, I washed my hands beforehand. They're not dirty, so can't clean dirty nails if they're not dirty. I go through Streamlabs OBS, and they have an option in there now that they started using that allows you to stream. So I could stream to Twitch, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Mixer, and a couple other ones all at the same time off of one feed if I wanted to. I haven't mixed with Mixer or any of the other stuff yet. Since I did have the YouTube channel that I needed to start working on, and Facebook Live, because we have our Facebook channel, and of course Twitch is my main platform because that's where I really want to start hitting stuff up. That's what I've been doing, and by doing that, it's a great program. It seems very easy. I'm sure I'm going to have some hiccups here and there, but that being said, I'm learning. This is our first episode, that's why it's the introduction, and I think up at the top, yes, it's still learning, and thank you for all being out here and all that. So just be patient with us. We are learning, and I'm learning a lot as I go, but it'll get better and better, and I'll start adding more stuff and other aspects and be changing things. I can't complain. It's been fun, and it's becoming a great time. But it's a learning curve, so don't get me wrong there. All right, you ready, Mr. Junior? I'll even use a rainbow unicorn knife. How about that? So I got a rainbow unicorn knife. Yeah, you got to see that. I don't know if I can get the color to pop. There we go. Rainbow unicorn knife. I got my rainbow chicken. Yeah, you're my rainbow chicken. All right, so now we're gonna get some colorful bell peppers. You like these? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't eat a bell pepper raw, but I can make some mean stuffed bell peppers. So I like to do this one of two ways. I'll either cut the tops off first, and then from there, I'll just literally cut straight down on the side, take the core out. Now, once you have that cord out, usually you can leave the majority of the seeds. The seeds really aren't going to hurt the birds. I just don't use them with the birds. They already like the stuff as it is. Is that what you want? Are you going to throw food at me all night? Is that our relationship now? You're just going to dance and throw food. Do you want that or not? Nope. Here, take it. Yes or no? See? Oh, yeah. So, all right. And then, so with that, then I just cut them up in a little bit bigger chunks here. Let's see, the head tech. So yeah, so Corey's asking, he said it just saw my text. We are still live. Your call. So maybe Corey will come over and then we can talk about some other stuff as well. But literally, since I'm going to put this all into a food processor here in the end, you know, I do a decent chunk there, and then I'll just add them all up. Oh, I'm gonna go wash this off. Yeah, that way I don't have like dog hair all up in it and stuff like that. Probably not gonna hurt them in the end, but you know, I wouldn't eat it off the ground if it had dog hair, so I don't want the birds eating it off the ground. Is what that comes down to. Take the tops off. Same thing. The top core with a little bit of the seeds I don't even use. So that being the case, then there's you can, rather than cutting the top off, you can go straight down the sides. That's one cut right there off the side. Same thing on the other side. Boom, two. The only problem with this is it gets flimsy in the end, and then I have to put it down on this side. But what? You are impatient, woman. But doing that cut, like I said, I got 4 quarters right here, and those quarters are clean. As you see, there's no seeds. I didn't even have to scrape or anything. It's a nice cut. Sometimes it just takes a little bit longer because once you get that third cut in, it gets a little bit flimsy. What is this? You want one of these? It's the same pepper. See? What? Because it's yellow? Ooh. Birds. Junior is such a diva. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Pouring it. Neighbor. We gave our neighbors the rest of the peppers that they made in the garden today. She made us stuffed bell peppers. Bell peppers are great. I can't do raw peppers though. Yeah, I just can't do the raw peppers. I have a texture issue. So I try to get by that, but you know, we'll see. One day, maybe my taste will change a little bit. I'm not gonna knock it because I still like them. I like the flavor of pepper. I like the smell of peppers. Actually, speaking of the smell of peppers, Corey, so Spurrier gave me a big old bag of bell pepper, or like jalapeno peppers and all these other peppers. And Corey went and picked up a card out of the yard because I had it sit somewhere. And Spurrier figured I was picking it up and didn't tell me that there's peppers in the front seat. And so my car sat in the driveway for about 2 days without moving. And those 2 days, so now my hey, no, you don't. I already gave you some of this, and you didn't want it. You're not gonna back. Stop throwing food at me. Give me a kiss. No. Okay. Well, when we get to the other food, you don't get to pick and choose. No. No. When we get to the other food. When we get to the other food, then you can have some of that. Don't tell me to shut up. Oh, you're such a diva. All right. We'll just have talks like that. But long story short, my car, when you open the door, smells straight up like a variety of peppers because they were left in the car and the sun and the heat. Now the peppers are still good and everything, but in the end, yeah, it's just a very smelly pepper car now. Give me 1 second here. I forgot to take out some other peppers that I have. Alright. So these are organic vine sweets. They're another type of pepper. They're basically mini peppers, but they're more of a sweet taste to them. And we're using those. She may want some of these. What? You want one of these? You want sweet pepper? no. He's like, nope. But that's just because, like I said, Junior's spoiled, and you know we take it from there. But a lot of people think, okay, you know, hey, don't yell at me. You hear me? It's my finger. Yes, I have peppers on it. I tried to give you peppers, but you didn't want them. And now you're gonna yell at me? 1 second. Let's see. I don't even know what I was saying because you interrupted me and then Corey interrupted me. But oh, peppers. A lot of people think you can't give birds like spicy peppers and stuff. Now I wouldn't go off giving them like, you know, Carolina Reaper or a ghost pepper or anything like that. But they actually, birds, especially parrots, they actually like the hot peppers as well. You know, it's a matter of their tasting aspects. They, you know, they don't have a heat aversion or a spicy aversion. You know, a lot of them actually eat that stuff in the wild. So that being the case, you know, we can add some. Where are you going? You're not going to jump. See, you see, I know what it is. You see that I'm starting to clear off this space over here, and you want to come up on the counter and raid all the food. That's not happening, girl. You are not getting all this junk food. But she's eyeballing the cashews and the almonds. She doesn't want anything to do with the fresh stuff right now. All right. Let's see here. And after I cut a couple more of these, I'll check over in the chat. Actually, I'll look over now. Yeah. Okay, yeah, and welcome to the chat, Corey. So, yeah, we're doing that, and we'll get some of this stuff cut up here. Move on to the next. Let's see what my timer is on the black beans. Okay, I got about 18 minutes on black beans before I'll move over. And actually, let me go ahead, while I'm doing this, let's make this real quick and easy. So, some organic brown rice. Yeah, I got organic brown rice. Same thing, it's a protein aspect of it. Best way to, okay, so I actually have a list that I put here because I knew I was going to talk about this and explaining our list of what we use. So as for grains and your cooked like beans and stuff like that, so quinoa, oats, barley, rye, spelt, whole grain pasta or rice, chickpeas, lentils, and beans. And the thing with those is you always cook them. So any of your grains you always want to cook. Your dry ingredients are going to be rolled oats, barley flakes, millet, chai seeds, flax seeds, amaranth flakes, sesame seeds, crushed nuts such as almonds and walnuts. And you want to try to actually keep your seeds as low as a proportion in the mix, like I was saying earlier. I try to follow about a 10 to 15% ratio for nuts going into the mix. They shouldn't rely heavily on nuts and stuff. Then you have your chopped raw vegetables, which is you can do kale, bok choy, parsley, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, carrots, fennel, beetroot, pumpkin, sweet potato, Caspian snow or sugar snap peas, parsnips, cauliflower, beans, like such as green beans and stuff, corn, chilies, pomegranate, pawpaws, tomato, passion fruit, kiwi fruit, melons. Speaking of, I forgot to grab the kiwis out. I knew I'd go over my list and then remember something I forgot to grab out. All right, I got my little mighty, amazing fuzzy fruit, kiwis. I love me some kiwis. Yeah, you like kiwi? Yeah. So there's all that stuff. So, but yeah, back to the very beginning of that is your grains, though. You always want to cook them the way that they're supposed to. So, let's see, we'll do 1 cup. I'll do 2 cups. 2 cups of some, 2 cups of brown, you know what? I'll just do the whole thing there. All right, 3 cups of brown rice. since I am making a bigger order. Once that does is basically I'll cook that up and I'll turn around and I'll take that brown rice after it's cooked, put it off to the side, just let it cool down, and then in the end, like with the black beans and after I've done the rest of the chop, you'll mix it in afterwards and then pack it up in these bags, pop it up in the freezer. So you're going to mix it. And so basically in the end, everything that you're going to see coming out of here, from the fruits, the nuts, the veggies, the only thing, like I said in the beginning, your lettuce, which I'm not going to use today, and my spinach, I'm not going to use that either because it's a water-based plant. Those are on a daily basis. So you just have your lettuce, you chop it up, and you grab your pre-chopped mix that you've made and put off to the side. You take that and you're going to put it back and you'll dump it out into their thing, and you mix in some lettuce and some leafy greens with it. That way, you know, they get that water, but that way also when you're freezing it, it doesn't, when it dethaws, it doesn't come out all soggy and nasty like swamp leaf or something like that. I don't even know what to call it. I guess swamp leaf would be appropriate term. So, all right, yep, let me get this water started real quick. Alright, now I did 3 cups of rice, so I'm going to do 6 cups of water. I know different rice bags and stuff call for different ratios, but I'm going to tell you right now, I've never in my life had an issue with doing a 1-to-2 ratio. So when I say 1-to-2, I mean 1 cup of rice equals 2 cups of water. Doing that has never failed me, and I love rice. I am a rice whore. I would eat rice every day if I could. That being the case, let me find my lid. 1 second. I thought I was prepared, and I thought I had my lid. Lid, pop it on here. This is the best little thing. It's a little rice cooker. It'll probably take about 18-20 minutes. I've got another 12-13 minutes on my black beans, and I'm going to finish up these peppers here. And then what I'll do from there, yeah, alrighty. Why do you wait until I get right here? You know, because you're begging for stuff, and I'm not giving it to you, or if I give it to you, you don't want it. What? What do you mean, what? Don't be a turd. I'm not afraid of you. I can do this all night. Yeah. Oh, you silly bird. All right. So, finish up these peppers real quick. Don't you talk back to me. Don't. They don't want to hear you talk back. I'm telling you right now. All right. So, that's those. I forgot to mention this. You know, I got coconut oil here. I'll actually mix that in with all the stuff in the end as well. Or if you want, you can, the day of your servings, you can take it and heat a little bit of it up. Or actually, you can just do a scoop. Actually, I'll show you what I'm talking about. What? Don't know me. All right. So this is straight up unrefined, cold pressed coconut oil. And take a chunk out because it's, you want this? No? She's like, what did you just reach in there? She would eat it if she didn't see me pick it up. But you can just actually take a little chunk of it out and you can put it in their food. But I like to go ahead and put it in there and freeze, because then it's kind of like a coconut sliver, and then they'll actually eat it like a treat before, and if not, then it just soaks into the other stuff as it dethaws. All right, so we got those greens. Strawberries. I'm gonna add those strawberries up in here. I'm not even gonna bother cutting strawberries. It's a pain in the butt to cut strawberries, but they're good. They're a little bit underripe compared to my taste. but through the process and everything, that they're going to turn out fine. I tried to give you some earlier, and you look, it's sitting here in your water. Why did you put it in your water? No, you're not eating my bracelet. Do you want that? Now you want it because I'm eating it. Is that what it took? All right. You eat yours. I ate mine, and then Haven comes in. Haven will eat it. You want strawberry? Haven's like, yep, I'll eat that strawberry. All right. Let's see where we're at. Now let's go ahead and knock these out. All right. So these are sweet potatoes. Some people like sweet potatoes. Some don't. You know, sweet potatoes, yams, and whatnot. Here's the thing: you don't cook them. When you're doing this prep, you don't need to cook your sweet potatoes. Just cut them up straight up into little chunks, and all that way when they add in, and once I put them into the processor, they'll be fine. I'll give you an idea of how big I cut it. So, average chunks. So that technically this is like that. Well, I guess the puzzle piece would be like this. And then I'm gonna actually cut this one in half. What? Why are you trying to get me? You're not getting up here. I'm making your food. We'll cut it up and I'll do it in quarters. So, and then we'll just add that in. You want to do that raw for when the processor, because when you do the food processor, you're not going for like a super fine grate or anything. You're just wanting it kind of like a nice chop up. So basically, we'll be using the food processor on a low setting. Let me check the chat room. I haven't checked chat in a bit. 15% makeup nuts. Specific ratio for grain. Okay. What's up, Harlequin? Okay, so here's the ratio I follow basically. 10-15% of nuts for that side of the protein. Your fruits are going to be 15 to 20%. So we'll go on the high end, we'll say 20%. So that's at 35% right there for your fruits. Your grains are going to be probably about a good 25%, as well as your veggies are going to be another 25%. But it's a range, and then so that range that right there, that's giving you 50, let's see, 60, 70, 85 to 90, I guess. And also it can be tweaked either way. The biggest aspect is, I'll tell you this: your veggies you want on the high end of the ratio, followed by your grains. So your veggies and grains are basically even. Then you want your fruits to be higher than your nuts, basically. And then that way, so if you kind of follow that aspect of saying, okay, one fruit or one nut would equal 2 fruits, and that would equal, I guess, 3 to 4 fruits and veggies and grains on each of those levels. That would be the best way to describe it. There's not a direct science. Everybody has their own formulas, but everybody will tell you the same thing. You don't want a high percentage of it being the nuts and stuff in there. You want your highest percentages to be your vegetables and your grains. What? Are you killing me here? What do you want? I've given you well, here you. All right. You want some raisins? And yes, I put raisins in their stuff. You want raisins? All right, I'm gonna put them in your book. You just want to show off tonight. All right. I do use raisins as well. So, but yeah, not to get off topic. Yes, I will use raisins in that mixture as well. And with the raisins, honestly, they'll be added at the end. I'm not going to put them in the processor, so they're not going to be blended up or anything. They're just going to be added in, just like the beans and the rice and the quinoa. Well, now I can't even say the word. Quinoa, whatever. I'll get there. It's a flustering. She's ruffled my feathers. So I'll add those in the end. And I actually have 2 jars of them, and nobody ever likes raisins, so they're cheap. Some people do. I like grapes, but yeah, I don't like raisins. So let me get working on the rest of these sweet potatoes. And then, you know, I have zucchini, I got squash, and then I've got a lot of other little things here, but we'll get this going real quickly here. And remember, if there's other questions about us, the organization, what we're going to be doing, even questions about any of the animals or anything, just put them out there in the chat. Like I said, I'm trying to check the chat as I can. This is a little different setup than I was going to be doing, and this is a little different broadcast than I expected to do for my very first broadcast. What are you doing down there? Huh? All right, come here. You want to be seen? All right, come here. Oh. All right, this is Haven, because Haven wants to be in the mix. Haven is our newest family member. Mwah. She's a beautiful bloodhound. Her name is Miss, and then initial B, and last name Haven. So Miss B Haven. Yeah, and she can be so sweet. But she likes to get into things. All right, go. That wasn't trouble, turd. I see you down there. So yeah, that's Miss B Haven. She likes to bark randomly at me, and she loves to beg, but she's a little bit spoiled at the same time. So you know, I can't expect too much on that. Alrighty, here. Get through these sweet potatoes real quick, and then I'll check the chat, see what's up in there, and kind of keep moving forward. You know, we have all types of animals that we take care of. So everything from lizards, snakes, spiders, scorpions, coatis, big birds, little birds, turtles, tortoises, just about everything literally that you could think of, we would probably handle and take care of. We just, like I said in the beginning, we don't take in your domestic cats and dogs. Not that we don't like them. You know, we have 2 cats running around here somewhere, and we have 4 dogs. So it's definitely not a matter of not liking them. It's just, you know, there's a lot of dog and cat rescues out there already, and a lot of help for those animals. And there's just not a lot for the exotic industry. You know, we have fish that we take care of. You know, we've got a couple tanks here, a couple saltwater tanks across over at the other place. So, you know, we try to handle what we can. Stop barking at her. All right, let's see here. And yep. All right, let's see. Okay, yep, I said, what's up, Harley Quinn? Thank you for showing up in here. Strawberries were so great this year. Yep, I know. The season being over for strawberries, it's devastating because it's hard sometimes to find good strawberries. But, you know, with strawberry season coming in, and, you know, of course, the next thing going to be around is like your blueberries and stuff. So you can't argue it too much. You get off of there. You're not, no. Haven wants to help out, so she just wants scraps. All right, let's see. Yeah, Haven will run away with just about anything. That's. I have not heard about the black and white tegu running around in South Carolina, Harley. You know, I have not. And yeah, I'm excited to do this whole little series. Like I said, one day out of the week I'm going to focus on animals. There's going to be one day out of the week that we're going to focus on the gemstones and stuff, so that side of nature as well. There'll be a day out of the week that we're going to focus on the diving and the oceanic side of it and sea life. And then there's going to be a couple days in between there. Like I said, we're going to do actual gaming. So we'll do streams. So we're doing a variety of it, but the biggest reason of doing this is Eastern Exotics Wildlife, Gemstones, and Diving is dedicated to the world. We want to protect our wildlife and nature and the environment, you know, our sea life. So you know, you have your earth, you know, your oceans, and you know, our natural resources. So for like the gemstones and everything. So everything's encompassed. And then the gaming community, I think, you know, like I said before, a lot of people think that gamers are just so plugged in that they don't understand the world. And I know that for a fact is wrong. I've been to so many cons and conventions. I have tons of gamer friends. I'm a gamer. I go to all these different Comic-Cons and stuff, and I interact with people that I know for a fact that they're actually probably more in tune with the world and the wildlife and nature and our natural resources and protecting our oceans and animals and stuff than most of the regular people out there. And so I wanted to bring a little of that to this show. I'm working on setting up interviews and getting some people out there. And I was like, my timer. All right, so that means my black beans are going to be done here in a second. So I wanted to add all that into here and just hit on all those aspects, as well as keep it fun, keep it lighthearted, and kind of go with it. I told myself, you know, I was super nervous about coming on today and starting this, that I was like, last night I was playing Amongst Us with Miss Dope Sauce and Big and Tasty, and there's some pretty big streamers out there, you know, like I think Miss Dope Sauce has about 25K and followers and stuff, and I think Big and Tasty was like 13-14K, and I'm sitting there, and just to be able to talk with those two and their followers, and they kind of took me in and were like, hey, just be you and have fun with it and just let things go, you know. And I explained to them what I wanted to do, and they came back with it, and they're like, hey, just do what you want to do, and it will be fine, and it'll flow, it'll follow through, it'll be good stuff. And that's what we're doing, and in the end, you're taking them out. Uh-oh, somebody's in trouble. Uh-oh, puppy had an accident.
Oh.
Big boy, but I came in here today saying, doing this, if I even logged in and I had 0 watchers, 0 viewers, 0 people follow me, I'd be what? Don't you yell at me. Attitude. What, you want a yam? Or, I mean, a sweet potato? Is that what you want? Go ahead, throw it at me. Mm-hmm. Stop being a turd. But if I had nobody watching, I'd still be talking. I'd still be doing this for the simple fact that, to me, it's a good outlet. And it's something that I want to do. And then who knows, down the road somebody will come back and maybe watch this video and this stream, and maybe they'll take something from it. Maybe they'll get a kick out of it. Maybe they'll be inspired by something. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, that's right, motion's detected. And let's see here. Phone's going off. Like I said, the only reason I have this on is because I'm not in front of everything. So I have no way of moderating everything. I just have to look back and forth. So, but you know, so I'm glad to see that I have people in here watching and asking stuff and comments. Makes me feel a little bit better. But at the same time, I decided to take that advice that I was given last night and just be me. Be myself, do what I would do and what I'm going to normally do. I had to prep the food regardless, so it was a matter of saying, okay, well, you're going to do it anyways. Huh? Well, just let me be me. I'm just going to be me. Jess is over in the background making fun of me. Well, she's not making fun of me. Yeah, she is. She probably is. So she said, you know, you just got to be me. And that's what I'm doing. And, you know, I'm looking forward to it. You know, we're going to do our gemstone stream pretty soon and get that stuff going. And, you know, you'll get to meet Jess, and you'll get to meet, like, Audrey when she comes out here to do that. And then, you know, Corey and me will be doing the diving thing. I'm going to try to talk Spurrier into coming out and doing some stuff. I said, look, you and me are going to fight. Yeah. Yeah. Still love you. And then we're going to have gamers. So, you know, Optic Nerve is going to come on and do some gaming from time to time. Microsoft Word, myself, and some other people as well. So we're going to see where it goes. and see what happens from it, and just kind of take it from there. Oh, I'm nowhere near done. Need paper towels? Where are the paper? Oh, they're back in there, aren't they? One second. Hey, yeah, Junior's being a jerk. Alright. Yeah, I should have got him when I was at it.
Pack of paper towels.
Target. Alright.
24 paper towels a week.
Alrighty. So far, for anybody who came in afterwards, I just had that big tray that I moved out, and then I had this big tray, and I still have a whole bunch more little stuff to go through. But that's why I got a big bowl. So great size bowl. If anybody has actually seen me, I actually have big hands, so this is a big bowl. Shush. Is this what you want? You want zucchini? And yes, Harley, I miss the Comic-Cons and everything as well, and I'm glad that everything's doing good, especially the shop. I always think about the small businesses out there, and I really hope that they do good. All right, zucchini. Here, let me cut through this real quick. All right, so that's two big things of zucchini. I literally cut them like this because I'm gonna pop them into the food processor, chop them up, and that's how I'm gonna leave it. They're gonna be more of that blended in aspect of it. Hey, you guys, settle down. I can hear them running down the hall. What? Are you gonna even eat it, or are you just gonna throw it at me? I swear to bird, you are straight up trouble. All right. So that was here. Let me.
I am.
All right. Same thing. Squash. Big old squash. 100% organic. That way, it's you don't have to worry about stuff. And always make sure you just check where you're getting your stuff from. Visual cues, visual look over. I should have done this with the zucchini, but when you're cutting your squash, just look at it. Make sure you let's see if I can get a good angle on here with the lighting. I'm not sure. Might be too bright because it's a lighter color. Just want to make sure it's nice and good looking in there. So honestly, if you're cutting up squash, you probably already know what it looks like and what good squash is. You don't want any brown spots up in it or like super soft spots in it either. This is actually some really good looking squash, to tell you the truth. Let's see. Pop that up. Okay, so I haven't made this announcement in a while. If you're watching the stream and you're on Facebook Live, I cannot see any comments that you're typing in the Facebook Live feed. So what you'll have to do is go to www.twitch.tv/Eastern Exotics TV, or just go to Twitch. Hey, I'm talking here, woman. Go to twitch.tv and then just look up Eastern Exotics TV, and that's where you have to go. I can comment on that chat and I can see those questions that come in until I can get things situated where I get like a moderator and everything else going, since this is a little bit of a different stream setup that I did for tonight's show. So if you're in Facebook Live, or even if you're on the YouTube channel, please go to twitch.tv and add us there, follow us, like us, and then that way I can answer your questions, you can interact, I can see what you're saying, and go with it from there. So that way you don't think I'm ignoring you if you're off in Facebook land. And the page of faces out there, it's just a little bit different, but just putting it out there. Alrighty. Oh, I know, it's a lot of food.
A lot of animals.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of animals though. All right. Let's see if Junior's gonna want. She'll probably want banana. You want banana? You want banana? I like banana. Of course you want banana. I forgot a squash. I went to start cutting banana up and realized I had a squash. Now, if you have birds, there's also a really cool recipe you can do. If you take wheat bread and take a organic peanut butter and honey and and mix it up with some flaxseed and some banana mash, like mash the banana all up, and then make your sandwich and then cut it into cubes. And then you can roll those cubes into balls, and they're great little treats for your birds. Just a little FYI, little thing, since I was thinking about that banana, and I was like, nah, I'm not a big peanut butter person, but yeah, on the banana side of it, all day. All right, throw those squash in there. And actually, those peanut butter, banana, wheat with flaxseed and stuff, that doesn't sound too bad. All right. Bananas is just simple cuts. All right. Oh, Harley, I tell you what, girl, I would love that. And I'm gonna tell you this too, though. I'm really fortunate. We have neighbors around here where we're at, and of course, I believe you remember the area. But here in Northwoods, we've been fortunate that we've got a lot of neighbors that turn around and they'll have produce come in, and we'll walk outside and we'll have a whole bags of produce. I gotta give a big thanks to like Lisa and Paul and their daughter Tiffany. They do a lot of like donating of veggies. Nicole Gonzalez out there, she has donated stuff as well, and we use them for like the tortoises and a lot of the veggie eaters, like the lizards that eat veggies. Oh, you ate all the banana. Okay, that's what it is. You are picky tonight. Goodness, and don't scream in my ear. I've told you about this. No screaming. You know, goodness. All right. You want to say hey, Jess?
No.
She said no.
I'm dirty.
She's
I
like,
need a shower.
She's like, I need a shower and I'm dirty and I don't want to talk to anybody.
Whole banana.
You want a whole banana or half banana?
For Ava.
Oh, for Ava? Okay. She's taking care of Ava right now. So Ava came home a couple days, or today's Sunday, yesterday. She came home yesterday. And my days are way off. So Jess has been taking care of Ava over there. We have her in the other room, separate from everybody. We're very fortunate that she made it, but it's a high monitor situation. You know, we have to keep an eye on her, and you know that's all we can do. But she's doing a whole lot better. Maybe a little bit later here, if she's feeling up to it, I might be able to bring her out and let. You tried?
I tried.
Yeah, she did.
Fuck you.
So she said F off, that she did not want to come out, basically, which is a good thing. That means she's doing really good. Because before, you know, we could just pick her up and stuff, but now she's back to herself of saying, nope, I'm not going to come in. And, all right, Hayden, come here. Want a piece? Kate wants a piece. Kate, 6. Oh, Kate got the other piece. You missing out, girl? Right here. You want banana? Oh, Monster Shadow, like, wait, you're giving food away? Alright, come here. Okay, this is Shadow. The Shadow doesn't want banana. You want banana? And Monster doesn't want banana. See, so Shadow 7, Monster 6, they won't eat the crazy stuff. Haven and Cade 6 are all about eating weird shit. Alright. You want some more banana? There. All right. crazy, the animals and the things we do. Like, okay, so there's an ongoing joke in the house that I'm the weakest link when it comes down to the animals and feeding them side meals or snacks, treats. I don't see it, but according to Jess and Aiden and everybody else, I'm what's called the weakest link, and that they all go to me because they know I'm going to give in. What? I threw them in there. You'll get them later. Goodness. Why don't you wait? Stop being pushy. Want some kiwi? No? We'll see. Watch, once I cut it open, you want it. I don't know. I don't see being the weakest link, but we'll see. Alright. Kiwi. Love some kiwi. You want some kiwi? Yeah. No? How dare you? Now, only...
Dog.
Huh?
Who wants a dog? We're gonna raffle off a dog tonight.
Oh, we're gonna raffle off a dog?
Yeah, she's the cutest shit.
Which dog are you raffling off?
The one that just peed in the same spot I just cleaned up.
Did you pee?
After just
You were supposed to let us know. You're supposed to go outside. You don't pee.
Don't you look like it's cute? Man.
Love some kiwi. No? Okay. So, here's the thing with kiwi. You can leave the skin on. Shh, stop yelling in my ear. The listeners are probably like going deaf too. Or you can take it off on the side and just cube it up. It's not gonna matter either way. Let me get the trash can back over here. Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Check the chat while I'm at it. Oh yeah, see that's great when you can get free eggs. Oh yeah. Oh, about that. Died by tripping of dog. No. All right. So go through here. And I forgot to take the stickers off ahead of time, which normally I'd go ahead and knock out. That's my bad. Normally I do a little bit more pre-prep, but we'll see. Shouldn't take me that long. Once I know half the stickers off, we're good. And I'll put the rest in there because I know Aiden likes kiwi. I love some kiwi. One of the greatest things, kiwi and cream cheese.
Yeah. Dog pee.
No.
Have dog.
I don't want dog pee. Puppy. Junior, I'm gonna tell you what. You and me are gonna fight. Keep yelling in my ear. I'm gonna put you away. I'm gonna get somebody better. Yeah. I'm gonna bring Crocodile up. How about that? Yeah, most definitely. Alright. Almost done with those kiwis. Put those in there. Alright, more kiwis. Yeah. Pop that there. Alright. And remember, if you're in Facebook, watching us on Facebook Live, or you're on YouTube, I can't comment on any of the comments you may be putting in there or questions you may be asking. Please just head over to twitch.tv, the twitch.tv/Eastern Exotics TV. And that's where you can find us. There's a chat room over there. I can answer any questions. I can see any remarks. We can interact a little bit more. I'm hoping to have that all fixed out within the next couple of weeks or so. Welcome to the room, Royal Knight. So toxic, the biggest aspect of toxicities for foods for birds, avocado and onion are huge on that aspect. Yeah, I'm gonna feed you an avocado if you don't knock it off. No, stop being turd. I'm telling you. All right. You want some almonds? You want almond? Oh my goodness, you're such a monkey. All right. So here comes the fun. For the majority, I've gotten all the big prep stuff up. All right. So now, this is straight up. These are dried cherries. We'll put those in there. You want a dried cherry? Yeah, of course you do. All right. So I literally organic dried cherries that I picked up. This is cranberries, cherries, and blueberries all mixed. So I'll add those in. This is literally all just gonna get blended on low in a chopped form in the food processor. Some more cherries I'll add. And here's the thing, this mash, or chop as they call it, you know, you could eat it yourself with everything. You've seen everything I've been putting in. This is blueberries. So add those in. This is my favorite part. I'm all about some fruits. There's bananas, cherries, blueberries, kiwi, squash, all up in this. Good old mangoes. Yeah, and then I did do dry mango because I couldn't find any fresh mangoes, so I just used an organic dried mango. So it's basically already peeled. So we'll add that up into the chop as well. All right. Mango too. Here, I'll put it in your bowl. Did you really just throw that cherry down? I love me some veggies and some fruits. All day, bro. You never tell it. And you know, I hate to say it, because of the way society is, we get complacent. And there's days that it's just so daunting to be stuck. Or you're so tired at the end of the day. I am guilty. I will hit the order the Domino's app in a heartbeat. And yeah. And so I'm really bad about that. Oh, what? I don't know. I gave you some and you didn't want it. That's some dried out banana. They like the crunch. She likes dried bananas a lot. All right. Let's see. What was I looking for? So this is non-GMO, 100% organic flaxseed. I don't have any chia. I don't think I have any chia seed, and I couldn't find it in the stores lately. Literally just whole bag. I'll just add it right in. You better knock it off early. You and me are gonna fight. Same thing, I'm gonna add the walnuts in. You want walnut? No? Okay. Let me see if I have any chia seed. Oh. No? How do you know? You don't know what I have in here. What? Yeah. How about that? How about this? Banana coated with chia seed. Here, I'll put it in your bowl. All right. Let me check chat room before I move on. All right. Oh yeah, she's got a really sweet beak. She likes to tell Jess to dance in the background. Yeah, not happening. You're absolutely right. I do go to Aldi's because I'll tell you here, Aldi's actually carries a lot of the best fresh produce, even over like Publix and of course Walmart in my opinion. But Aldi's food, just their veggies seem a lot fresher. I haven't had any issues with them. Publix is good too, but when you have to compare the price between Publix or Lowe's food and Aldi's, it's a no-brainer. And on this side of what we're doing, it's a matter of cost effectiveness but good food at the same time for them. So, but yes, I do, and I'm jealous that you have blueberry bushes at the house. Uh-oh, Jess is in the chat room. She shared the stream. And, well, I don't know if she's in the chat room, but I saw that she shared the stream. So that being the case, I'll let Royal Knight sit there and tell her to go ahead and dance, like he said. Ah, here they are. I was looking for the cashews. These are just raw cashews. All right. And then almonds. And that's that there. Okay, watch out. All right. Gotta take off my rings. Boom, boom, boom. And actually, this is what I'm gonna do. It is. All right. I'm gonna go around. We're gonna take a intro break, so I'm just gonna put the intermission screen up. This way I can work on getting this area cleaned up for a moment. I can use the bathroom and whatnot, and then I'll come back and then we'll answer any other questions and go from there. And I'll also put it over on the Facebook Live side of it, explain to people I can't answer questions in there in case they were asking them, and send them over this way. So let me go do that and switch the screens. be able to hear me now. I forgot to turn the mic back on. A rookie mistake there. So, all right. So this next part, I'm not sure. Let's see. I never actually tested how loud this would be. Okay, that's not too bad on my meters over there. It's about the same as me talking. So that I'm gonna ask now, and you guys can reply in the Twitch chat. Was that too loud with the blender or the food processor, the Ninja? And yeah, either way, you're gonna cut yourself. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so this setup that I'm doing, here, I'm gonna move Junior for a second, and we're gonna give you guys a little sneak peek behind the scenes, what I'm running in the background on the other side of the wall. So, see if I get my camera angle back again. I think that's pretty good. So yeah, that's my setup over there. Everything from, and actually, everything from, now the mic. Hey, you chill. I'm moving you again. So, and here's the mic over here. I'll have to probably bring you over closer just to see it. It's my studio condenser mic. XLR cable, run to a Go XLR mixer made for doing certain streams, and I think there we go. That should be, I think that's about on point. If not, it should be, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And I'm running it through there. I did mic test from back when we did all the radio stuff. And we did like radio broadcasts for many years, did our own radio show, worked for a local radio station for a while. So I'm able to fine tune everything, but the hardest part was setting up everything and then trying to look over to see where my mic pegs and seeing and adjusting my dBs to get everything good so I'm not blowing your guys' ears out. I'm able to talk at a nice level and even account for her screaming, having certain things where it clips it off a little bit so you guys aren't getting ear shatters when she's shattering my ear. And I completely forgot the fact to test out the food processor here, but this is good then. That means we shouldn't have any issues. And that being the case, I'm gonna take out another bowl because my brown rice is done and that needs to cool down. Take that out. Whew. Oh man, that's hot. All right. Got my wooden spoon. I'm gonna beat you with it. Pop, pop, pop. And it's really cool because the wooden spoon, I don't know if you can see on there, has little engraved geckos on it and stuff. If you can hear that car in the background, that's our neighbors. So Chino's that probably out there revving up. They're good people. All right, let me get this hot rice out of here. And that way that can cool down. All right. Got the rice there. Now, I'm going to go over here. We're going to drain the black beans that I started at the beginning of the show and add those those to that rice. So they should be good and ready. That way they can cool down some more. So probably won't be able to see this really well, but you know, these are the black beans that I did, and they're not super mushy. So you know, you still have to kind of squeeze them some. But I got bean juice in my eye. Are you serious? I got squirted in the eye by a black bean on camera. Oh my god. All right. But if I was to rip it open, it's still soft inside. You know, it has a little of a crunch, but it's not a solid crunch. That's because you just don't want them super mushy, because then when you blend them up into the stuff, then it's what you want one. Yeah, I knew you like beans. And now you're gonna drop it. Why are you trying to make me look bad? You know, huh? So I'm gonna add those to the rice and let them cool together, and then I'll mix them up. All right. That way, this prep is right there. Now, let's see how I want to do this. All right. So, same thing. I'm going to pop this up on the stove. And remember how before I basically said I do with my rice, I do 1 cup of rice equals 2 cups of water. It's the same thing I do for the quinoa. It's a 1 to 2 ratio. If I used a half a cup, then it'd be half a cup, 1 cup of water. So depending on how many cups I get out of this, will just literally dictate how much water I'm going to add into it. But I'm going to use the whole bag for this. So got 1. I got about 2 cups, so 2 cups of that will give me 4 cups of water. And then I always add hot water because it just helps it boil quicker. So, alright, so that's 1. There's 2. Three. Actually, you know what? That's 4. I'm gonna do 8 cups because I'm gonna add a whole nother bag in. Because I want higher percentage on grains. 1. 2. 3. I know. Alright. So I added an extra 4 cups of water, but that's simply because I already knew I had another bag over here. So basically I've got 4 cups of quinoa to 8 cups of water. We're gonna bring it up to a boil. We'll let it boil for about 15-20 minutes, then turn around, pop it on a simmer. And actually that should be, yeah, bring it up to a boil, then turn around and let it simmer for about 15-20 minutes, and then I'll add that into the rice and the beans and everything. Mix that up real good. I don't know what that sound was. All right. Cool. All right, so now we're double check on questions real quick. Yo, what's up, Strickland? Welcome. And look, there's the Optic Nerve. All right, so Optic, I need to turn around. So Optic, I told you guys earlier, Optic Nerve will be on it sometimes, streaming and gaming and stuff for this channel. And for those just tuning in, here, I'll give you a quick rundown. All right, so this is some of the raw vegetables, and then the dried fruits, almonds, walnuts, cashews, kiwi, bananas, all that stuff in there. This big old aspect right here, you know, we got our raw asparagus, our broccoli, our carrots. I think that's all I had in there. And then I got my strawberries, my bell peppers, my sweet potatoes, some more sweet peppers, and zucchini, squash, stuff like that. And everybody that's coming in, I'm making chop. And chop is just basically really a loose term for saying, okay, I'm basically going to make all these pre-prepared meals for our birds here, all our big parrots and stuff. And then I'll have this, and then, you know, I have the lentils, or not the lentils, the black beans, the brown rice. I'm doing the quinoa on the stove right now. And we're gonna mix it all up, gather it all together, turn around, and then I'll pre-package it, and you know, I'll keep enough out for feeding first thing tomorrow. That can go in the fridge, and then the other stuff I'll just package it all up and put it off in the freezer and just take it out the night before and go with it and feed. But this way the birds are eating raw, organic, healthy, without me having to worry about getting bad bags of food and going through what we did just this last week with losing the 3 birds that we lost. So that being the case, while that's cooking, this is drying off. Let me take this pot out and let it soak. I don't need that anymore. And like I said, I wasn't expecting this to be my first stream. This kind of threw me for a loop. And since I don't have, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just me, and I'm running a little bit of a different setup. As I said before, I can't see any questions in Facebook live or on YouTube. So if you're watching from those channels right now, come over to Twitch TV or twitch.tv/Eastern Exotics TV. Join us. I can see those chat questions and people coming up in there. But by doing, hey, you chill. I will give you something in a minute. What do you want? Huh? Here. Here, you want that? All right. So come and do that. Normally I'll have more control where I can see everything else, and then I'm going to be going through in the next week or so. I have a couple people for moderators that I have to give their permissions and stuff. And we'll get it all going, but like the title said, this is an introduction to what we are with Eastern Exotics, wildlife, gemstones, and diving, and what we're going to be doing with these shows and doing the introduction. And since I had to make food, I figured why not share that with you guys. Make sure I stir this. What? Alright, let's see. First batch. Okay, when you're mixing this stuff, you gotta mix it in small increments, and then it will convert over. So I'm just gonna go right off the bat with the veggie chop. And I guess I need to pop my blade in there. Of course, I didn't grab my extender. There we go. Hey, back up. Nothing in there for you. Literally, we're just gonna pop it in. Slowly work it out. So, all right. So this should be able to make me enough preset meals for about 2 months for all the big birds. And that 2 months, I'm saving. I'm probably saving about $240 compared to buying bags of actual parrot food from the stores and stuff. When you break it down by cost point of produce and veggies and like nuts and beans and grains and all that stuff. So I should get about 2 months, about 60 days, give or take, of prepared food meals. And in turn, like I said, I'm just probably saving about $240 because of the cost of what it costs compared to what I'm doing with it. Which to me is I should have been doing this a long time ago. But that's just how it is. Alright, let's see. You put it on the low setting. No need to go any higher. And this is what you want when you're done with it. It's literally ground up. I'm trying to see if I might have too much light shining down on this with this light. What? Is that what you want? You want that? You know, you want a consistency of about that. You know, it's a fine chop, and hence the reason why it's called a chop. You don't want it super crazy blended, but you want that consistency. Maybe a little bit more consistency of it, but with the raw veggies and stuff, this way, you know, you'll be able to really work it up and get a good aspect of it. Because if it's too fine, they're not really going to be able to eat it. If it's too tasty. All right. Now. Whoa. I wasn't paying attention and I almost lost my quinoa. Overboil. Alright. So yeah, once that comes up to a boil on the quinoa, go ahead and turn it down to a low. Have it simmering on there. Give it about a 10 to 12 minutes. Let it simmer and then pull it off, let it cool down. It should be good to go. Alright, I need a... Here it is. I need a big bucket. Because now what I'll do, take this off. And I'll just add this in here. And just literally work with the rest. And that's literally what I'm going to be doing. And what I'll do is, now that I did a batch out of there, I'll take a batch out of this next round of stuff. Because then I'll start layering it. And this makes it easier to mix in the end. So, you know, this is like the kiwi, the almonds, the dried cherries, you know, the blueberries, cranberries, mango, banana, flaxseed. No, I didn't put the raisins in, but yeah. Because raisins I'll add separately at the very end. So I'll add all that mixture in there real quick. Pop the top on, same thing, gonna blend it out. Turn around, do it on a low. This might be a little bit louder just because of the nuts. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit down and talk to you about that optic. See that you're there and I got your message. But you're supposed to come over here Wednesday, so you can figure out all that aspects. You know, like I said, you'll see with that, you'll get some solid nuts still, like the almonds. Some of them won't, but it's a good blend. And it's gonna be a little bit sticky because of like the banana and stuff. So when I'm pouring it out, you know, it's gonna come out here and there. Be careful. Well, I don't know what type of processors anyway, but being careful with the blades. What? Now it all looks good, doesn't it? Uh-huh. Shouldn't have been a diva earlier. Maybe I'd give you some right now. Yeah. No, don't tell me that. Diva. Why are you gonna be a diva? Alright, so now I'm gonna move on. This is, like I said, these are the peppers, some of the yams, the strawberries. Got so much stuff mixed up in here. Apples. Oh, snap! I forgot about you. Here, you want a snap peek? You want to? No. Yeah, she saw what I was mixing. She knows. So the snap peas, all that stuff. So same thing. pack it in there. And like I said, I'm doing this one row of each thing at a time real quick. And that way I can get a nice blend started. I'll probably go through it 2 times and I'll fill up this one bucket. And then I'll be able to mix out of this one to another bucket, and then I'll have a tray that I'll start mixing out of. And kind of go from there and then once I get it all in the end, then I can add like the rice and the beans will be cooled down, and it's just mixing those all up in there, adding the quinoa within it all as well. And then that's when I'll go in and get it really mixed up by hand, and then turn around and start bagging it in individual baggies and stuff. I won't make anybody sit around for the baggy part. So, what? Can you kiss us? Alright. You gonna stay up here? You gonna behave? No? Alright. Again. And, oh, that smells so good. I told you all earlier, I love the smell of like bell peppers. It's just an amazing blend right here with the apple and everything else. All right, since Junior's up here, I can move this out of the way. All right, so that's the blend. The chop, it's finally chopped. It's not like pureed or anything. So when I reach in, get a really good consistency and chunks and stuff, because that's all going to blend in it. You know, I can smell like the sweet potato, the apples, the strawberries, but then you got the snap peas up in there, and then those bell peppers, and then those sweet peppers just bring out a really good flavor. Like, you're gonna have to go up. You can't just sit there and make me feel awkward. Yeah, get up there. Go. You're not gonna get any if you don't get up here. All right, add that on there. Oh yeah. Come on. Get up. Up. Go. All right. Thank you. Now I can actually work. All right. So now that we did those 3 rounds, then I'll basically just start back over, grab like the carrots, the asparagus, the broccoli, and add that stuff back in. What? What do you mean what? You're not cooking. I'm doing it. My project, not yours. I'm just cooking for you. So don't back talk. Be nice. Be nice. All right, add some more in there. And like I said, I'll do that and then I'll go to 1 each, but by doing that, the next round when I go to start here, I have about half of this tray will be open, and I'll be able to take this tray and dump it into there. So then, since this will be full, then I can start putting stuff into this tray and making a process with it. And before I start this one, I'll check the chat real quick and see, make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, Haven's waiting on droppings, and she's always waiting on droppings. Oh my God, I know you did not ask that. Yeah, I'm about to permaban Optic Nerve. Wait, why? You wanna use your V-Bucks to get in? Hey, get up here. Wait, here, look. You wanna get down on the ground? You wanna get up? Get on the table. If you're not getting down, get up. Get up there. I'm not babying you tonight. If you're gonna get up there, stay up there. All right. No, I'm not doing any Fortnite. I don't do Fortnite. We'll do some Apex Legends. How about that topic? Don't you come in here causing trouble. This little one sitting here, try to grab my towel out of my pocket and drag me off. I'll probably run as soon as I hit this button though. Oh, look at that. Big brain. Hey, give me the towel out. That little shit. Alright, so Haven just came in here and snatched my towel for my hands. What? Is that what you want? You want some of this? Don't be mean. I told you this. You being mean doesn't get you anywhere. Alright. Get out of my ears! Look, she's trying to get up in my ears and trying to clean my ears out. I don't know why she thinks she has to do that. Alright, let's see. Okay, so we'll go over here to the walnuts and mango, the kiwi, and the dried fruits. Wow. Yeah. Good look. Banana. You want a banana? You want some squash? You want a banana? Here. How about this? I'm gonna put you back over here. Yep. Girl. There. Put your banana in there, and I'll bring you back over here. Alright. Get this up in here. So yeah, for those of you watching, like I said, Eastern Exotics, wildlife, gemstones, and diving. We're gonna work on a whole platform. Gonna stream once a week. Gonna do something with the animals, so everybody gets to see that. We're gonna probably try to shoot for once a week with the gemstones and make stuff happen there. Once a week we'll do a diving and ocean side to everything, and then other times we're gonna be doing different things such as gaming and stuff, and then we'll have like other people streaming as well under Eastern Exotics. Like I said, I believe Optic Nerve, who's up in the chat, is going to be streaming and doing some gameplay. I'll probably do some gameplay. Microsoft Word's going to come on and do some gameplay as well. So we'll make it all happen, and we'll have fun with it. What? Stop being a turd. Uh-huh. They, Optinger, you don't have to refresh anything. That's what you get for playing Fortnite. That's what that is. Alright. Get this dumped in. Good to go. Oh, yeah. Looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Alright. Oh, quinoa's done. Alright. Boom. What? No, it's too hot. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. Alright. So yeah, if you have any questions, want to know anything, it doesn't have to be about what's being streamed right now. It can be about anything you want. Just let us know. Put it up there in the chat. I'll look. I'll see if I can get it. If not, if Optic Nerve sees it, he can send me a text. If Jess is in there and she sees it, she can send me a text. I have the phone here, so I should be able to see it. But I said, you know, doing this, preparing all this food, this way it'll feed all the birds, and it should last us quite some time in the end once we're done. One part's going to be packing all this stuff. That's going to be the fun aspect of it. Yeah. So, we got a good variety of peppers, strawberries, snap peas. Right. Get that lid on, get it locked. Boom, boom. Power. What? Yeah? All right. Alright, let's see. Oh, I don't know. Last I heard, like, okay, so Optic Nerve, he's out there in the chat. Like, I think he holds the world, like, he's in the top 100 ranked players for Fortnite in the world, so I have to always give him, like, a hard time, you know, so it's always good to see him in there. Doing his thing, working on that V-Bucks. You know, it's a hard life sometimes. And go. Alright. Pop that down. Now, let's see. Some more veggies. Oh, asparagus. Yeah, so now I'll start taking a little bit of handfuls of each of the other different. So like our first mix with the broccoli and the carrots and the asparagus and stuff like that, and then I'm mixing that now in the same thing. So half of that, and then I'll take half of it with the sweet potatoes, the peppers, the strawberries, and things on that side of it, and the apples, and that way I'll mix all those. So then it's a little bit of a different mixture, but in the end, all this stuff gets mixed together. So might have put too much in this one. Not really. Just got got a sweet potato blocking my way. There we go. Alright. Let's see. And before I forget about it, I do want to say a big thank you to everybody. Thank you so far for tuning in, just giving me some of your time, listening to me talk. Don't what me? Talk and go over and just, you know, spending part of your Sunday with us. I'm very appreciative of it. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them. You talk to them then. Yeah. Yes, so thank you. Yeah, I swear. She does it on purpose. She has to interrupt me. Let's see. Don't know what just happened there, but hey. All I know is I saw a message and then I saw it disappear and I didn't realize I had a moderator set up, so hey. Not too bad. At least somebody's doing something. Alright. I know. Lots of it. Alright. Alright, let's get some of this. Yeah, a good one. This is with the squash and the zucchini and the bananas and the flaxseed and the kiwi. Flaxseed always weirded me out. I don't know. It's just the way the seed is. It's just like you look at it and, you know, it gets on your fingers and it's creepy looking to me. But put it all over your face. Don't stop yelling at me. I'm working as fast as I can. Trying here, Junior. You're a slave driver. Yeah. Stop being true. Hear me? Now, I have no problems brushing my hands off over the stuff that I'm preparing because one, the stuff that's on my hands isn't dirty. Two, it's going in there anyways, and you it's just a lot easier and it saves on like paper towels and stuff. And in this house, Junior, I swear to you, you keep interrupting me, and I'm not gonna bring you back online. Yeah. All right. Yeah, see, you're talking Greek to me because I don't know what that is. That's why you're one of my moderators. So because I wouldn't know. I'd just be sitting here. I'd been like, hey, yeah, what's up, man? So what? Are you hungry? Huh? And every now and then you're gonna have that happen where you're gonna pour it out. And I had like this. I had a whole chunk of that didn't get chopped up. So I'll just pop that back in there for the next round here, and try to clean up after myself. You done? You done being loud? What? No, you. Stop being. Look. There. Alright. You gotta work with what you got. You don't have to have a high-end food processor. We got this Ninja blender that's who knows how many years old. As long as you can get it cut up and make it work, you should be good. All right. So, any questions so far for anybody there? Let's see. Okay, so no, I have not pulled the water for the night. And, but yeah, Junior, I will replace you and bring Stanley out here next time. How about that? That way, if you're not going to behave, because I know Stanley would have fun up here and stuff. And Stanley won't yell at me. So, but okay. I'm pulling water now. I was just asking about the water. Because if we don't pull the water at a certain time, and that little one thinks it's cool to sneak it, and then it's like, I swear she's made of water, like 100% water. So, alright. See, so there's that batch. Yeah. Add some more from here. Of course. I get scatterbrained sometimes, so I forget what I'm doing. But my goal now is I'm working on this bowl, because then I can add more from here to there, build it up, and then I'll have this big bowl, and then this big bowl should take all of that. And then once I start mixing with the beans and stuff, then I'll have that container, and then I can just start packing. Alright. But For those just tuning in, somehow or another you found our stream, and this is our very first stream. So we're Eastern Exotics, Wildlife, Gemstones, and Diving. This is our introduction. It just happens to be that for the introduction, I decided to go through the process of making some chops, which is a food for our birds. And then by doing that, you're getting to meet Junior here. And you might see some of the other critters running around here or there. But what we are is a organization that we take in all animals except your cats and dogs, just to make it simple. We sell gemstones and other rocks and minerals to take care of these animals and buy stuff for them and replace rocks and minerals. And then we have the dive side, which we'll get into that later down the road, because I'll have Corey come in and we'll do a dive segment and talk about our oceans, and because we can actually teach dive instructions and courses. And then the rest of the time in between, we're gonna have like myself, Optic Nerve, Microsoft, and some others join in, and we're gonna do some game streaming and stuff like that. And it's just overall going to be a fun channel for us. You'll learn some stuff. There'll be different shows. Like Junior's here with me the first night. Thought it'd be appropriate. She's usually with me about everywhere. What? I'm not picking you up because I'm trying to do stuff and I'm trying to talk. Because you're dancing. You got to be a showboat. You got to be showboat. You can give me a kiss? Or are you just gonna showboat? No. Okay. So I'm arguing with my bird, but she's one of our birds. But then there'll be episodes down the road where we'll bring out Sobek, our crocodile. We'll bring him on screen with us. Maybe some of our other lizards. It might be a tortoise thing one time. When I do that broadcast, I'll probably just go live from the phone and take you into the turtle pens and stuff like that. We might do a spider episode here and there, scorpions, all types of stuff. So there's a lot of different things. And then on top of that, I'm going to get a hold of a couple other streamers and some celebrities from the cons that we've gone to and met, and get them on board and do like live interviews with them as well, and get their thoughts on wildlife and nature. So that's us in a nutshell. If you happen to be on Facebook Live and you're watching us, I think Jess is trying to moderate the chat over there and sending any messages this way. But if you're listening to it, it's easiest if you just go to twitch.tv.com, or no, twitch.tv/Eastern Exotics TV. Go there, you can jump right into the chat. I can see that chat, I can respond right away. Follow us, share us, like us, just have fun with it. Like I said, just be patient with us. We're still learning. We have a little bit of a curve trying to do things. I don't think my sound's too bad. I don't think our lighting's too bad, or camera quality. I don't think our setup so far is all that bad. I think it's kind of going pretty smooth, but hey, it is what it is. It is a learning curve. It's just, we have so much more that we want to add down the road, so you guys are going to enjoy it. I promise you, there's going to be some great stuff. You just happen to come for our first night, and I'm making food for birds. So, yeah, that's what it is. Alrighty. Fire this up. Bird in a blender. Don't you get big-eyed at me. Her eyes got so big, she's like, what? What'd you say? Yeah, I said bird in a blender. Alright. I had a couple big pieces that didn't take right away. So I'm just gonna push this down real quick. And I'm gonna put the lid back on, fire it back up real quick, and get through this roll. While I'm doing that, check on the Why are you gonna be loud now, huh? And show off again. You just gotta be the center of attention. Miss Junior. Diva 2020, right? Diva 2020, Miss Junior. Junior. Yeah. I got you. All right, yeah. When we first got her, that would not have happened. She would have been all up on me, like, She'd have messed me up big time. I'd have probably lost a finger for that move. But now I don't let her bother me. She can't scare me. She's all talking and whatnot. Yeah, you are. I'm not afraid of you. Everybody else is afraid of you, but I know better. You're not gonna hurt me because you love me. Don't tell me no. I know you love me. You might not admit it, but you love me. Rotten bird. Come on. Where are we going? Where are we going, Miss Junior? Alrighty. Yeah, remember how I said I'd be able to time it out? So that bowl's empty. I've got this thing filled. This one will go into here. Those two off. It leaves me with literally one tray left to go through, and all that stuff can go into there. By that time, these black beans and the brown rice here, they're going to be cooled down, and the quinoa or quinoa, I can't even pronounce it anymore. I had it like perfect earlier. That stuff should be ready as well, and it literally comes back. That then starts coming down to mixing all that together and then packaging it up. But we'll get there here in a second, and trying to clean up after myself as well, because that's the worst part out of everything. Normally I just be ripping through this, but I want you guys to see stuff, and if you have any questions, I want to be able to answer it. So it drags it a little bit out, a little bit longer, but it's still a process in the end. Just like when we feed the reptiles, like preparing all the lizards' foods, all the meat eaters. So the meat eaters, that's an all-day process. Cutting all the chicken up. Anything else that they're getting, the seafood, the fish, the shrimp. What? I am talking. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, like with the reptiles, you got the chickens, the fish, the seafood, the shrimp, eggs, all that stuff, and it doesn't sound like much, in one sense, but it's a lot of prep, especially when you start cutting things. You're having to cut things to make everything like proportioned for certain ones, and it's just such a pain in the butt. I hate saying it that way. I love my lizards, but goodness. All right. Let's do this. Lock that in. Let me make sure I don't have any like crazy, huge, big chunks going on here. I got a couple bigger pieces, but you know what? That's fine. Not like massive. Oh, that's. What is up with the zucchini tonight? Zucchini just does not want to cut. Sorry, and then I got 8 pieces of sweet potatoes, so that's not too bad. This, pop that back in. Find out what this was. Okay, that's good to know. I wasn't sure how I went up a level on the blender, and also, guess I lost a little bit of my clearness when going over the blender there. All right, so that's one. That's 2 trays. All right, move that out of the way. Finish this. Okay, I thought I had a bug in my drink. It was a piece of flaxseed. That will ruin a drink for me in a heartbeat. There's a bug in my drink. That's it. Game over. I don't care if I just poured it and it just landed there. It's not happening. That and flies. I don't do flies. I lose my flippin' mind over flies. It's oh, they're just disgusting little critters. I know I'm supposed to love all animals and stuff, and for the most part I do, but there's certain things that I don't do. I don't do roaches, like your common roaches, dubia roaches, hissing cockroaches. Okay, that's a little different, but your common like cockroaches, and then flies. Flies are just gag, disgusting critters of the world. Alright, so I'm gonna move this down. I'm gonna move this bowl out of the way, give you guys a little bit of a better. Alright, this is so you can see what I've made so far. So this right here is what's going to be, and let me adjust this light some. There we go. Alright, you should be able to see a decent picture of that. This is so far some of the mix on that end. This is part of that other mix in the end. You see how the raw banana starts to bind it in and hold it together some. It's almost kind of like a mash, but it's not still. So you're taking those. Then I'll also add like the quinoa and the brown rice, and the black beans after they're cooled, and you kind of add those in there and kind of give it a nice mixture, and that will all in the end basically be that. And then I have the raisins. I'll have the raisins in there, and that is going to be what our chop is. That will be what their basically food is. You figure, just to go recap before I start on this one, you've got bell peppers, sweet peppers, hot peppers, carrots, zucchini, squash, sweet potatoes, carrots, asparagus, brown rice, black beans, quinoa, cranberries, blueberries, strawberries. I think I said kiwis already. Banana, mango, walnuts, almonds, cashews, flaxseed, broccoli, and I know I'm missing a couple of ingredients in my going over a list here, because it's so weird because it's hard to say what exactly it is once you start mixing it up. But for the most part, you get the gist of it, of what I put into this, what they're eating, so and then the key aspect is it's all fresh. And once it's all done, pack it up, pop it into basically Ziploc baggies, and pop it in the freezer. Then the night before, you take it out of the freezer, put it in the fridge, so that next morning you basically have that bag. It's ready to go. You give it in their food bowls, and then let's say you're feeding them at 8-9 o'clock in the morning. If that's the case, I'm going to say, let's say 9 o'clock. It's easier to work with. Then I'm going to say 5 o'clock, 8 hours later, whatever they have not eaten, you take away, you throw it out, and that's that. Clean their bowl, make sure they have fresh water at the end of the night, fresh water in the beginning, give them this food. 8 hours later, if they haven't eaten it, take whatever they haven't eaten, you take away, and then go from there. So, but it's good food in the end for them. Let's see. Double check on the chat. Yeah. All right. Okay, Royal. This is what we're gonna do, Royal Knight. We're gonna have you come in, and we're gonna do a whole segment. I'll get an extension cable for the webcam, and we'll follow it, and we'll have you go into Ducky's enclosure with her, and we can get Ducky out. We'll make a really big broadcast over it. I think that sounds like a really cool plan, actually. I'm gonna have to producers there and see what we can make happen. I think it'd be a really fun evening. Oh, apples. I forgot I had apples in here too. I don't know how I forgot apples. Here, you want an apple? Is that what it is? There. Oh, and snap peas. We've got snap peas in here too. Like I told you, I knew I was forgetting stuff. I don't know if I said strawberries earlier. If you ever use watermelon, just don't put watermelon in the initial mix. Just add it when you go to feed them. Same thing like when you're adding the lettuce, the romaine lettuce, and the spinach. You don't put this in the actual mix. You do it when you go to feed them. You just chop it up ahead of time, right before feedings, and then you add it in then. That way, because when you're freezing it, you don't want it to, since it's high liquid content to begin with, you don't want it coming out looking like swamp grass or something like that. You know, something like out of Shrek's forest or something. All right, blend time. Get myself a drink. All right, take that off. Boom, boom, boom. Almost there. Oh, I tell you what, this is probably the favorite mix that I like. Just the bell peppers and the sweet peppers alone. When I'm chopping them up, it's so flipping good. All right. I just love that aroma. I love cooking with bell peppers and stuff too. So, all right. More bell pepper. Oh, well, I guess I gotta dump that back out. I knew it would happen. It never fails. Forgot to put that extension in there before I almost did it again. Gotta put my blade in. All right, now between the apples and the strawberries and the bell peppers and the hot peppers, it's such a good aroma, and I love cooking. Who knows, maybe I'll start a segment and we'll do like a Junior and me cooking, and we'll cook stuff besides like actual bird food. I'll do some of our regular cooking projects in here. That could be fun. We'll see, because I do like cooking. Alrighty, this one locked in. Boom. Stop yelling at me. All right. Put the wooden spoons for. All right, because as you start using it more and more, the processor, you know, you're gonna start getting that side stick. Oh, girl. You just basically pull it off the sides, turn around. Pop it back on, fire it back up. Now I'm just basically rinsing this off real quick so I can get a more solid seal to it. Pop it in there. Oh wait, yeah. This is with these, they have it's almost like a socket attachment. Just gotta make sure it's good seat on there. That way I can. I usually notice that happening when I have a couple bigger chunks that aren't getting cut, and just because the blade's getting stuck now, the build up underneath. So it's just a simple rinse off, and then I can add those bigger chunks back in. All right. Grab this. All right. Apple. Snap these out for myself. Lock and load. All right, hey, you have a good one, Harley Quinn. Take care. Thank you for stopping by and showing some love.
Oh.
Yeah, this is just the birds, and it feels like a full-time job. I wish it paid. Unfortunately, it does not. It'd be great if it did one at some point. But, in all honesty, that's part of the aspect of looking at going the route we're going, trying to add some diversity. We thought maybe doing a Twitch stream and some other streams like that eventually, you know, we can provide some decent content, you know, down the road, get some subscribers, and do just some fun stuff to help offset the cost of everything that we do, the food that we buy, the animals we take care of, because, you know, in the end, it does take up a lot of time. Shoot, I don't even know how long I've been streaming, and I've just been walking through the process at an easy pace, you know, but it does take a good amount of time here. And you're right, this is just for birds right here that we've been doing. I love you, Carrie. We miss you. And I think you said you're back this way. Like, we'll all have to get together and have a game night. Oh, because I miss game night. I miss playing things like Mysterium, and I miss playing things like Arabian Nights and some other stuff. And now I got a new favorite game. I like playing Unstable Unicorns. Oh, I think it's such a good game. Yes, Ashley Marie, I need one of those giant 5-gallon buckets with the mixer on it. That'd be actually really cool. That probably works a lot quicker. But like, why are you gonna talk back to me? All night you just want to talk back. I've given you treats. I've offered you stuff and all. For those who came in a little late and didn't see, like, this is part of that chop mix. I don't know, but this is you know, like I said, it's snap peas, broccoli, apples, green peppers, sweet peppers, squash, zucchini, bananas, raisins, cranberries, blueberries, carrots, asparagus, yes, flaxseed, apples. There's so much in it. If you go back and watch any of the feed back beforehand, cashews, almonds, walnuts, mangoes, whole plethora. I like that word. I've always loved that word. Whole plethora of fruits and I'm getting ready to add like the quinoa and the black beans and the brown rice here in a little bit. Almost there. All right. Popping peppers in the blender. Yeah, I'm not entertaining you because you're being mean and yelling at me while I'm popping peppers in the blender. Yeah, popping peppers in the blender, princess. Give me a kiss. Good, thank you. What you want? No. I know what you want. And these are bean chips. They're made from beans, and with a little bit of sea salt on them. So they're original OMG black bean chips. So that way, you know, people aren't thinking I'm just giving her straight up junk. You know, it's basically it's from the black beans, good source of fiber, 5 grams of plant-based protein, very little sugar, but it's just whole black beans, sunflower oil, rice flour, tapioca starch, and sea salt that makes them up. And she loves them. Kind of like a little junk food for her. Almost there. You know, I haven't played Canton yet. I've heard stuff about it. I don't know anybody who's played it to really get into it and ask. So I don't know. I have to pick your brain on that one. See how that is. All right. And Royal Knight, you have a good one. Thank you for the comment there. Make sure you follow us and share and spread the word. All right. Right. Go through one more round. There. I couldn't find my low. I got a lower blade that hits a lot of the stuff on the lower side. So no, every time I pour, you have to scream at me. And that's not how this works. You're being a diva. You're being needy tonight. No, you don't need to be needy. Alright. Look. Alright. That. You're getting spoiled tonight too on top of that, and you're still being needy. Don't be rude. You're not the only bird in the house that I can bring out here. You just happen to be my favorite bird. I shouldn't say that. I love all the birds, but she is kind of like my diva, my special one. She's my favorite child. For birds, let me make sure I'm very clear about that. Like, I have a favorite in all the different groups of animals that we have, but as for bird wise, she is my bird. When we drive in the truck, she doesn't get put in a cage. She actually rides on the passenger side usually, or in the back seat. She has a perch, stuff like that. Here, take a shower. If I have to go take a shower, sometimes I'll take her in there so she can get her wings wet and take a shower. So she's most definitely is spoiled when it comes down to it. There is no doubting that. All right, here, got this blend and one more blend, and we should be good. Alright, I believe it said Jeffrey Sackett that followed in there. Thanks for the follow, much love. I try to see it when I can. I know I've missed a bunch of them tonight here and there. So much love for the follow there. And then, yes, we try to spoil all of them as much as we can. You know, a lot of them come from broken homes and bad situations, and you know, we just try to give them a better time. If anybody wants a puppy, let me know. I have a bloodhound though. I'm probably gonna give away. No, so is that my towel that she took? Yeah. Oh, she's rotten though. Miss Squishy face. Come here. Come here. This is Cade. This is Haven. This is the troublemaker lately. No, this is Miss Shadow. This is my princess. This is my baby. Yeah, this is my baby. Oh, Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you. And I love you too. And then Monster. She's around here somewhere. So it's the 3 German Shepherds and the Bloodhound. Bloodhound is the newest one. She's I want to say May 1st or May 10th, Mother's Day of this past year was her birth date. But man, Bloodhounds, my favorite probably breed of dog. I didn't realize exactly how stubborn they are. And boy, she's stubborn. It's but she has that droopy face and she gets you with the eyes. So, all right. Take this here. Dump this out, and I literally have one more, not even a full blend to do. Move on. Poppin' peppers! I almost did it again. If I keep forgetting to put my blade in there, I'm not going to get anything done. Alright. Broccoli. Okay, again, because I forgot a little bit ago, anybody who's watching us on Facebook Live, if you're here in the stream or you're watching us on YouTube, I can't see any of your chat messages yet. I haven't figured or finished setting that up all up. So head over to twitch.tv/Eastern Exotics TV join over there. It has the chat room right there. I can see your responses, any questions you may ask, stuff like that. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. This is our first episode, kind of an introduction of who we are, as well as watching me make food for all the birds is what this is. That's why it's our chop session, making fresh chop for all the birds with lots of goodies and, you know, treating them right, doing what we gotta do. So, yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, this, a couple big chunks I'll throw up in here. This should be the last spin. After that, down and dirty. Alrighty. There we go. Alright, scrape it off the side some. And normally, I'll tell you right now, normally you won't have an episode where I'm like using food processor or blender for the sound. And I'll do a lot more talking. Like I said earlier, our stream will consist of 4 main aspects of things. We'll do an episode, try to do an episode each week with animals. We'll do an episode each week with gemstones and rocks and minerals. And talking about the earth and stuff like that. We're going to do an episode each week on the ocean life, our waters, diving, since we have a dive instructor, and we actually can teach diving lessons now under Eastern Exotics Wildlife, Gemstones, and Diving. So we'll do that. And then we're going to have a gaming side to it. So we'll have the 3 main shows, and then anywhere between 3 to 4 other shows a week of gaming. So like Optic Nerve might be on gaming, Microsoft Word might be on gaming, I might be on gaming, so you never know. So pretty much we're trying to fill up our schedule here and there. Also, you know, out there and you have an idea, you want to do a segment of some sort, you know, send it our way. Or if you're a streamer out there and you want to join up and kind of raise some awareness as well, we're going to try to get different streamers on that we can interview and talk about their thoughts on wildlife and nature, as well as different celebrities that we've met in the past that we kind of still keep up with and stuff, and get them on and just make it fun all around. So that's us in a nutshell of what we're doing with this, raising awareness and helping out. So I'm going to hit the blend button. This should be my last blend right here before mixing. Welcome to the zoo! Woo! All right. Hey, Sarah, Sarah. I should not be singing. All right. That's there. Yep, so that's going to be the last aspect of that. All right. Now. I hear you. I hear you. Alright, cleaning up after myself with that in. And alright, let me unplug this. out of the way. Alrighty. Try to kind of clean up as I go a little bit, because then it's a lot less work in the end once I'm done. Hayden's in here looking for treats left and right. She's like, "What you drop, Dad? What you drop?" Alrighty. What was that? I heard something. That was weird. I don't know what Am I getting? I think I'm getting Facebook chat messages on my screen now too. They don't stay up there. That'd be pretty cool. Be happy with that. Quinoa, brown rice, black beans, a drink. Oh yeah, cool. I can see Facebook chat messages now. Hey Amanda English. Glad of you to be tuning in. I see where you're talking about Haven's getting so big. That is pretty cool. I did not know that my chat worked like that. I just learned something really. I'm stoked. So I'm sorry, small little technical things like that make me really excited. And I see where Jess said, yeah, Ava ate great meals today and it's getting feisty again. Cool. I'm taking it that that's on the Facebook side. So, yeah. So yeah, please. Awesome. Thank you for the like and all that fun stuff. That's amazing. I'm so chill, cool, happy, stoked right now. All right. So, here comes the fun part. I've got this bin of food. This bin of food. This bin of food. And then the bowl of black beans and rice and pot of quinoa. And I gotta start kind of mixing them and all, blending them all together. And then the fun part, boxing them in Ziploc bags. That way I have meals prepared. So what I'll probably do is I'll just show you like what I'm actually doing with it. I don't know how long I'll actually keep you on. Because it may come down to a thing where I might just do part of it and then go offline and then turn around and grab Jess in here, because Jess really doesn't like being on camera, and be like, "Hey, help me out." But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. Shh, stop yelling at me. Diva tonight. Why are you so diva-ness? Huh? Woo! Is that your head snap? What? Wow. Almost got you. I almost got you. All right. So let's see. No? Don't you tell me no. I did. All right. Junior. Don't be a turd. Cool deal. Alright. Hey. Chill. Love you. Don't be so loud. Don't need video. I know it's past your bedtime. Alright, so this is what I'm gonna have to do. Because I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. Yeah, I can see it on camera, so I know you guys can see it on camera. Alright. Well. Yeah, see this steam? You know? So the quinoa and the rice and the beans are too hot to mix in right now. So that being the case, I'm going to turn around here. Going to actually go ahead. We're going to end. So I'm going to say a couple things real quick, but just know this was our chop. We'll add all this stuff, mix it all together. As I'm mixing it all together as well, you know, we'll add these raisins in here. Add those in there, and we'll mix this all together. Let me go through the ingredients again. There's zucchini, squash, broccoli, snap peas, asparagus, peppers, sweet peppers, red peppers, green peppers, mangoes, blueberry, cherries, zucchini, squash, bananas, walnuts, cashews, almonds. I know I'm missing some stuff that I know that's in here. The black beans, the brown rice, the quinoa, raisins. Let's see. Let me look through here, see if I can identify. I said carrots. Flaxseed. I know there's a couple other things I haven't listed, but those things, they're all mixed in here together. We'll add them all up, mix them all up, and just basically I'm going to take handfuls of it, pop it in Ziploc baggies, make individual baggies, let it cool down some, then we pop it in the freezer. Should be enough food for the birds, hopefully, for about a month and a half to 2 months. And costs a lot less than what we've been spending. So it's all organic, all healthy, and when we go to take it out, then we'll add some greens like lettuce, like the romaine lettuce and spinach. We'll chop that up and add it when we go to feed those days. You don't want to freeze those because when they dethaw, they turn into like swamp lettuce and stuff like that. You just don't want that. But other than that, real quick, again, we're Eastern Exotics, Wildlife, Gemstones, and Diving. This was our first show, kind of an introduction of who we are, as well as watching me prepare food for a lot of the birds like Junior here. And then, like I said before, we're going to do a couple different styles of shows. We'll have shows on wildlife and animals, and you'll get to interact with some over viewing surfaces. We might even take some field trips. We'll do shows on gemstones where we'll highlight some gemstones that we have, some cells of some gemstones, stuff like that. We're going to do our diving segments and our ocean segments and waterways and stuff on that end. We're going to have gaming sessions where we'll have like Optic Nerve out there gaming or Microsoft Word gaming. I'll do some gaming and stuff like that as well. And then we're going to do interviews with some people as soon as I can set those up and take the time to do that as well. First and foremost, besides all that other stuff, thank you all for tuning in that tuned in tonight and today. Just a small bit of support. I came into this thinking, I may have a viewer. I may have somebody hit the follow button. I was prepared for that. I had no problem sitting here and just talking to myself. So I'm learning. We're learning. It's going to grow, regardless one way or another. If you take anything away from it, awesome. Just keep living life and keep staying positive. 2020 has been a wreck and a mess for everybody, but we got this. Much love. Again, thank you for the follows. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching me prepare food. Thanks for dealing with Junior and her diva self. Here, you come on, get up here. You're gonna go up here and say hey. Yeah, we're gonna get you nice and close. Come on. All right. You lean down there. And you say hello to everybody. Goodbye. I love you. No? You just gonna wipe your beak off on me? No? Is that what it is? But yeah, thank you to everybody again for all this, and just the support. I'm gonna try to get a schedule out, but just kind of keep it following. Share the show. The show will be up on the Twitch stream and should be up on Facebook Live and YouTube very shortly after I'm done hitting end. On On that note, I'm going to walk this way. I'll continue talking. You should be able to hear me pretty well still. But, oh. Yeah. Thank you all. Appreciate it.